What were you saying about golden mouth?
Morgenstund hat Gold im Munde.
Yeah, I got nothing. The early bird catches the gold in their mouth.
No, morning time has gold in the mouth. The equivalent early bird catches the worm in English.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help the German philosophers came up with that stuff. That's their problem, not mine.
I don't know. Maybe they're talking about biting down on a gold coin or something.
Could be.
They're mining with their teeth. Anyway.
Well, they lost the war twice.
Are you ready to get to work?
Yes, I am. Why don't you show them the cardboard cutout you made?
Well, it's not that interesting.
To get away from my boring sanding here.
So I was just telling Pops I was playing around in here trying to figure out the subwoofer arrangements and stuff. I just mocked something up to kind of see how that would fit. Just thinking towards the future, so 12-inch sub over here, and then amps and stuff over here, and then the battery goes in here and cover that up, and I'm going to put a toolbox or something under there. Just kind of wall all of this off in here, but I'm not ready to start on that yet, but I was bored. I was just thinking about it, so. Yeah?
Let's sand!
Let's sand. Okay, to recap, the whole car is done in 1000, parts of it in 1500. This side of the car, parts of it are in 1500. So today we're going to get the DA out with the 1500 Trizact, go over everything in 1500, anything that's shiny left that needs to be done either in 1500 or 2000 we'll see. Then we'll move up to 2000 and 3000 and 5000. We'll see how far we get. But be nice if we can finish the sanding, but who knows? There's a lot of sanding to do.
Another 2 weeks.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
So I'll work with the orbital, and then you can maybe take some 2000 and like go around the edges and stuff. So we can tag team on it and keep busy. Yeah?
Okie-dokie.
All right. Okay, so Pops is starting with 2000 on the edges. And there's some places where there's still a lot of chicken skin in there, so he's going to go down to 1000 or 1500 or something. Remember, that's wet now, so you want to soak that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Let me try some more here.
Okay.
I'd rather keep doing this.
You can do it dry if you want.
Huh?
If you want to do it dry, you can. It works dry. Just,
yeah.
You probably, I forget if it's more or less aggressive. I'll start with the 1500. I don't remember when you use wet paper dry, I want to say it's less aggressive, but I'm not sure. So I wouldn't use 1000 because that may end up being something like 600 or something.
Just test it careful.
Okay, and I'm gonna go after the hood and such with this guy. Trizact 1500s. And we have an interface pad on here too.
And what are we going to use to get the edges? The real edge?
We'll hand sand those. It's extra careful there. too cute with that. Wipe. I gotta go find my little orbital sander. Find that. And we've also got the little 3-inch mini orbital thingy, random orbital. Let's keep going around like that. Okay, so the whole car is done in 1500 on the orbital. We played around a little bit with doing it wet or dry because it really doesn't do much. And I was just reading a review on those Trizact 1500s, and people say they're more like 2500 than they are 1500, which sounds about right. Because we could go over areas like this and it just really wasn't doing much of anything. So it's pretty mild. Pops went around with 1500 and started closing in on the edges, not all the way as you can see. So now we're moving up to 2000, which is dry paper. And then he's going to go over these edges. So I will do the big flat areas, and then he'll come along and get stuff like this where there's still some chicken skin and work on those areas. Yeah.
The technical experience stuff.
Yes.
I'll leave it to you.
I do the grunt work, you do the technical
You got
stuff.
it.
All right, the old car is done with 2000 next. So now we are moving on to 3000. I can start to see the shine coming back. Looking pretty good. Pops is still working on some 2000 in the corner there, so while he's doing that, I'm gonna get a jump start on the 3000. right, so I did one pass of 3,000 on this side of the hood. You can see the lights reflecting off there, and you compare that to the 2,000 side, nothing. But it's not uniform, so there's a kind of a dead spot in the middle right there, so probably have to go over everything twice at least. So I'll do that again. I'll go over it one more time. It's hard to tell in some of these other areas if they're shiny enough or not. Doesn't really look like it. Oh, there you go. Maybe you can see the lights. Yeah, see. So look for the dead spots basically, and then buff those. Or not buff. We're not buffing yet, but you know what I mean. That side's done.
Okay, but not this part.
Right.
Okay.
And if I look down the middle, I can see a line, like right there, where it's not as shiny.
Yeah, you can see it from there.
Okay. So a better view here. If this has gone over this a couple of times now, so it's a little more uniform. So I was just telling Pops that it seems to me like the non-uniformity, any haze that you see that's different here will show up in the final buff if we went straight to buffing from right here. This is 3,000. Because I know we've had it looking like this, and then we buff it and there's still hazy spots, and I'm like, what's going on? So I think that's it, is this has got to be really nice and sheen and uniform. So I'm going to try some 5,000 just to see how that looks, because I've never used 5,000 before, and see if it makes any difference. But if you look down the side of the car here, you can see it's pretty shiny, considering we haven't actually done any buffing or anything yet. So this is pretty uniform going down the side of the car here. It's a little hazy right there, I can see. But anyway, we'll try a little 5,000 and we're going to call it a day because it's getting late. Yeah, so the video cut out on me there when I filmed that last part. I didn't notice it till I started doing the editing. So Pops has gone home a long time ago. We did do a little bit of 5,000 here. I think you can see the difference. Not 5,000, 5,000. See that line right there where the difference is. So the 5,000 looks really nice. Very nice indeed. So we shall see. Pops and I were looking at it, and if I look at it, it still seems like there's some texture to it. I don't know if you can see it, but it still looks like there's some scratches and stuff in it. But you know, I spent a lot of time on this. It would be surprising if there was a lot of scratches left in it, but that's what we have. So we're just gonna go ahead from there and see how it turns out. And if it doesn't look good, we'll either leave it and deal with it some other day or not. Like I can see potentially scratches in that there. That dark spot right there is the scratches. But I don't know. I spent a lot of time on this, so hopefully it'll be all right. I imagine it'll probably look good. Then maybe when we get it out in the sun, we'll see a bunch of scratches in it, but we shall see. But anyway, that's it. So next time we will wrap this up. We got half the car. Sorry, zoom back out. So this half of the car is done in 3,000, and then that little bit of 5,000. So we've got to do this half in 3,000, and then the whole car in 5,000. And we'll get the buffer out. Hopefully we'll at least get through the rubbing compound next time, and that'll be good. One other thing, in these little guys here, the little 3-inch griots guy, since I didn't have anything to lose on this one because there was already a breakthrough on it, I just went ahead and put the 2,000 in there and just like ran it around in here thinking, I'd probably end up obliterating something in the process, but it actually worked really well and didn't cause any damage. So I then followed that up with 3,000, and you see it looks really nice. So that did a good job. And so I bought some 5,000 3-inch pads. I didn't have any of those. So we'll finish those up with that and use the same thing for all of these edges here. And it should be good to go. So hopefully next time we get to buffing again and get this car starting to look like it used to look, nice and shiny, except now it'll be nice and smooth. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody. See ya.